Today. The people here okay? Thank you so much. Everybody can hear. I know the bagpipes and drums are easy to hear, but maybe not my voice. But thank you for that intro. Thanks for inviting us to play. This is really exciting for us. And like Heather said, what you're seeing, the group that you're seeing here, not including me, will be competing in Scotland in August of this year. Half of our group isn't here today because they had sporting events and family events and such. So 9 of our band members will be going in. Our band is 70% youth, 30% adults, with 34 members. About half of those members are student members, so we have 17 active playing members. And the majority of the members are in Lander. We have 3 long-distance players in Casper, which is great. So, and so this band formed in 2001, right after the 9/11 attacks. And what happened was I was teaching some students in Lander, and 2 of them were firefighters. And of course, after 9/11, everybody wanted to do something, right? And so every bagpipe band in North America, maybe not every, but most of them, committed to on October 11th playing at their local park. And it was to commemorate the lives lost. And we did that, and afterwards it was very, sobering. Of course, we all remember, we were around for that, how it felt. And we kind of looked at one another and we thought, we need to be a band, not just a bunch of students. And we dedicated, the band's mission is to honor veterans, active military, first responders, and to uphold the tradition of Scottish music in Wyoming. So that's our mission, that's what we do. We do about 40 veteran performances a year. Some are memorials, some are other activities, and the rest of the performances are other things, like this. Not exactly like this. And I think maybe further talking, we'll just maybe play a couple more tunes. Thank you so much.